Okay, y'all, we're back with part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, check it down below. But now we're talking about Oliver and his boyfriend. And you know, the comment section, I just learned that I need to start watching Chasing Atlanta again from the TV as opposed to the computer, because the computer, I see the chat on the side and they about to piss me off again. Now y'all know I don't see it for Miss Features, the one that y'all call Rico, honey. I don't see it for her for a myriad of reasons. But I had to be pissed off in the last video on behalf of Miss Features. The way they disregarded darn Miss Features' mother and almost dying. That shit really pissed me the fuck off. So now the comment section about to piss me off again, honey. Oh, come on, dance. Oh, child, that pose, honey. Pose, pose, pose. Better get it on the pose now, baby. Honey, come on through, dancer. I'll be your private dancer. Your dancer for you. Honey, that pose, baby. Child, come on, honey. And let me say this, trade comes in many different forms, honey. Not everybody has to be macho. Honey, not everybody has to sound like Barry White, have a full Drake mustache, and darn gonna give you thug tees to be a trade. Like, there's different facets of darn gone what trade is, and, you know, different spectrums of masculinity. And I hate when the girls have this one, you know, hood type persona of what trade is for the black man. It's real disrespectful, honey. It limits your dating choices because not everybody has to, you know, seek that one. And you know, it's that lustful fantasy of going after this one particular, you know, type of man. And then you eliminate all your other options because this man is not muscular. Now, I'm not saying go on ahead and date a fellow trans woman or date somebody who's straight up film, honey. But it's like, you know, open up your umbrella, honey. Stop darn going for these limited darn you know, stereotypes of the men that you think you should go after, honey. And I'm glad Oliver is actually with this dude and, you know, breaking the mold, honey, of what, you know, you would think that somebody like Oliver should be with. Now, I don't remember on Bring It, honey, and I actually watched every episode of Bring It. Child, was he a private darn? Like I said, I'll be your private dancer, your private. Because I remember Coach Tori was in the forefront with with Coach Diana. I remember, you know, the other boy that we talked about who got put up on charges for messing with one of the teenage boys. And then I remember the one who had the ball spot like a golf ball in the back of his head. I remember him, and I remember the young gays that used to give, you know, the dancing dolls a run for their money. But I don't remember seeing him, honey. He must have been behind the scenes, honey. BTS, honey. BTS. Oh, he's a Floridian? Okay. Oh, Banshee, honey. Banshee! Okay, come on through, Banshee. Now, Oliver, I was trying to give you the little rope of, you know, not trying to go into that stereotype route. But see, now you did somewhat set your own self up for the girls to read him. Because like I said, I just got finished giving a whole soliloquy on not every doggone black man has to go into that hood type of song. And you doggone really hyping him up as if he's really about, and he's not giving that, girl. It's like, girl, and I'm not saying that, you know, because looks are deceiving. Nobody wouldn't really think that I'm a bitch about that life based off of the way that I look. But honey, I will darn gonna be more ruthless than any of these motherfuckers on this show that y'all see, honey. So I understand looks can be deceiving, but girl, you really giving him too much. But at the same time, for y'all to be down here darn on saying that Oliver can do better, y'all disrespectful as fuck. Oh, that's my first time really seeing Erica, because usually Erica be over there on the sides and shit. Oh, beautiful chocolate plus size sister, honey. Oh my god, come on through, Erica. Yes, Erica Scott. Matter of fact, I do my own makeup, but shit, when I come to Atlanta, you know, and I do my pop-up shop and shit, I want you to darn gonna do my makeup, honey. Tell me your prices, honey, so I go ahead and, you know, set this on up 6+ months in advance, honey. Now providing that, you know, the Rona is done with by, you know, at least if we can darn on, if it's feasible, because, you know, the Rona ain't going away to 2022, but if it's at least under control by the time I get to Atlanta, honey, go ahead and beat this face on, honey. Go ahead and play with this beautiful shade of dark chocolatey brown, honey. But this is an interesting conversation. They carry on for about 5 more minutes, and that's it. Now we over here with Lauren. Kendra, I'm here for you with this shit, but I'm puzzled about these votes because granted, I'm glad I done talked you into the studio, because I was about to put you in the features rap. Well, not features, but I was about to put you in the non-existent rap 2. But although I've been seeing you on season 3, so we've actually seen you in the but yeah, girl, I ain't really seeing it for you either, honey. Now, at first I was confused. Now, I ain't, you know, as a flat, a titty, darn on pre-op, no, non-hormonal until next year, trans woman. Now, I'm not trying to say how you should sound on the motherfucking track and shit, but no shade, I mean not Kendra, but no shade, Lauren. At first, I was trying to find out where was your vocals at, because I kept hearing the man on the track, honey, and come to find out that was actually supposed to be you on the track. I was like, oh okay. And you know, and that would be all right if, you know, she was like our androgynous sister, honey. You know, we got our androgynous sisters who play up on the deeper temperas of their voice that they were born with, honey. You know, some of the girls are blessed to be able to go that low in their vocals and stuff, and have that distinctive darn on tenor-like sound. Me, I'm not one of the girls. I'm, you know, with my struggle vocals, you know, if I was a singer, I guess y'all would consider me like a alto singer, because my voice pitch is so high naturally. So between alto and mezzo soprano. But honey, her vocals sitting right there at tenor, honey. And another thing I don't like is, and I understand, you know, changing up the flavor of your voice and all that, but I don't like it when the power editing becomes from vocal enhancement to, it's almost like makeup, like to enhance the beauty or to enhance the voice and then to completely transform it into something completely different. Like, I don't like that, because it doesn't show your true singing or rap range as a raw vocalist. Like, I like to actually hear my artists, whether you're rapping or singing. I like for the shit to be somewhat identical to your voice, where I can't tell when you really singing and when, like Beyonce. Honey, Beyonce shit sounds so much like hers. Or in this case, back in the day, where Beyonce used to have the studio vocal track, and they used to dub down her voice to make it lighter, but then on stage, she's actually more powerful than the track, because they alter her vocals to make it sound pop friendly, because you know Beyonce has a very soulful country tone voice naturally, and you know she's a very vocal powerhouse. But in her early days, they used to always mess around with the track, and I don't know what you call, you know, adjusting it, and it's not really like auto tuning it out, but they changed the flavor of her voice and shit. But over the years, since she's now have her own company, Parkwood, you know, her actual backing tracks actually sounds like her natural singing voice when she's performing live. And you know, half the time she sounds better live than she is performing. The other girls, not so much. They actually, they tracks sound far better than what they actually be giving. And that's what I'm getting from Lauren. It's like, she's a studio artist, where it's like, girl, yeah, they can change your shit up and you good for the studio. But honey, don't ever darn gonna think you can be caught singing a cappella. Or rapping without the darn going, you know, the auto tune and the reverb on the darn going mic. Once again, my music people who, you know, do music for a living, I know I got a couple music people who follow me. Y'all put the correct terminology down below. Y'all know my music jargon is very limited, honey. Just off of my studies of, you know, music, it's very limited compared to somebody who does the shit for a living. So y'all go ahead and put the technical terms for it down below. But yeah, her shit sounds totally different on the track versus her singing or rapping in real life. Now, Oliver's another one who really does it as well. And you know what? Let me give a quick shout out real quick, because about every 3 minutes, I'm seeing Angela Baldwin over here with these comments. You know, my thing is set up where it pops up the notification on the side. And I got to look back at, you know, your comments. But shout out to Angela Baldwin. That's about your third or fourth comment that I done seen during the course of this video that's been going on for like 12 minutes. I love my darn gone supporters. All the new ones and the old ones. I think you knew, Angela. I just been seeing you within the past couple weeks, honey. But honey, we support all our you know, old and new supporters over here, honey. Child of pot calling the kettle black. Oliver in here talking about auto-tune vocals, and quiet as kept, you in the same boat. But the difference is, girl, you actually can carry your shit outside of the auto-tune a little bit. You someone who sounds decent, but your auto-tune sounds better. Now, you know, the jury's still out on what, you know, Lauren really sounds like without the auto-tune. Okay, so pretty much Oliver is putting darn going Lauren on game about the shadiness of her edible arrangement, honey. So pretty much they reiterating how much power that Lauren has even when she's not in the room, honey. Okay, now this vending machine in the back is irritating me, because I'm like, okay, I don't recognize not one snack up in this mug. It's one of them old school vending machines where it only accepts the coins and stuff too. And you know, shout out to the vending machine biz, because I'm also thinking about, you know, purchasing me a couple of vending machines and all of that, and about product placement and all that, and what type of products you need to put in the vending machines. So I'm starting to learn about the vending machine market, and I'm questioning like, what made them choose some of this? Now, granted that over half the machine is empty, so maybe the other half of the shit was actually good. Hence why those are empty and I'm seeing everything else still full. But just my little tidbit on that, y'all. Like I said, I'm thinking about joining the vending machine business. And, you know, I kept peeking this darn old vending machine that was visible throughout this whole scene right here. Okay, on to the next scene, honey. Okay. It turned a little bit of 50 Shades of darn on Doggy Brown, honey. So we got darn on Chance the Chihuahua getting a darn on sensual massage. Honey, this was given very much OnlyFans sensualities, honey. Okay, honey. Oh, 7 years. Oh, so they are an item. Okay. I stand corrected, honey. Do what you do with your boo, honey. Now, I don't have that personality type where I could have had a whole photo shoot like that. I would have had to be my own photographer. And I damn sure wouldn't have been having no friends over. But shout out to humble beginnings though, because they done came down to the hood, honey. You know, everybody else is in their little private studio apartments and shit. Honey darn gone Dominique done got them down to the house. See, you know, I'm not shading Dominique, because when I get to Atlanta, I'll be the same way. I'm a house type of bitch. I don't give a damn if I'm in the damn hood. Honey, give me a decent darn gone house. See, and you know the house is more space. See, you know, the girls get caught up in the, you know, the looks and stuff, and want to be in the studio apartment, then be complaining about the neighbors above you and all this shit, and then God forbid if there's ever a fire and you on the higher floor, or if you know a bitch darn gonna run water and it leaks down to your apartment and shit. Oh no, let me have a house. So, honey, Dominique, I would have been right along with you, honey. Let me get, when I get to Atlanta, honey, I'll be renting a house, even if it's in the hood. Now, honey, don't let it be similar to this shit. Now, I would have to be in the upper part of the hood, because there's good parts of the hood and there's bad parts of the hood. I want to be in more of the good parts of the hood, honey. Child, they very darn on frugal, honey. They got the little darn on little candlelight candles, honey. No Yankee over there. Oh Lord, he done got a whole counselor. Honey, he was giving some sort of interesting look right here. Like, the tattoos is giving me Thugalicious. And then he's giving me darn on Solange with these flowers up in the hair. Like, don't touch my hair. It's the message that I want to share. Like, honey, he was giving me darn on a Slim Thug beats darn on Solange with these darn on daisies, honey. Daisy doop 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 Daisy doop 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 Daisy doop. Honey, with these daisies up in the damn hair. Well, sunflowers, I want to say they are. And then, like I said, they in the modest, you know, the house is close up to somebody else's house, honey. I see a little blue car in the darn on background. Okay, so Kendra did bring up somewhat of a point, honey. I felt Kendra a little bit in this moment. It's like you talking about you from the people and all this shit and all this, and you know this is a conversation we constantly have with the gays, honey. Where it's like, where is y'all at when it comes to the trans lives matter and y'all being vocal on the the slaughtering of the doggone trans women? Where is this consistent energy in the speaking out about the social injustices that goes on along with trans black sisters? Y'all don't seem to be around as the gays when it comes to the trans community. So I give Kendra that point right there. And and to her credit, I actually didn't mind this. Kendra gives very much period piece queen. We want to start calling her period 90s boo, 90s period boo, because every time she gives me she gives me an old 90s Shanae like vibe. But this Nene like vibe she got going on here actually works. I like this outfit. I know I might be in the minority. She still looks like somebody's drunk auntie, but this is the auntie with the little bit of fashion that I like. I didn't see no problem. The makeup and shit was actually, cohesive. The wig wasn't doing too much. You really never can't go wrong with an old nasty finger wave like number anyways. And like I said, it fits her aesthetic. She's giving me the darn on sassy auntie that actually knows how to dress for once. So we finally done got her out of the dated darn on old matronly Nigerian queen look. And she's finally giving darn on sassy 40-some-year-old auntie, honey, that we all love, honey. So, Kendra doggone finally got it right at this moment. And, as the season's going on, we noticing that Kendra is slowly getting her look together. And then by the time, the confessionals, which are recorded after the fact, honey, she nails it with that doggone, with that number that she has on, with that attire, with the florals, with the red hair, with the dark roots. So she constantly is getting it better and better. Hopefully she stays on this trajectory towards better fashions, going into season 5. But as I'm noticing the show going on and on, she's slowly transitioning into her fashions, becoming right. So, honey, shout out to Kendra for that, honey. She's finally getting them fashions together, honey. Well, now, girl, no, he can't have the right to be pissed off at you. And you see now you can't hide at the same token though, kids. You can't hide behind being a trans woman and then talk shit. And then as soon as somebody gives it back to you, then you want to say, "Oh, let's preach unity and shit." Miss Dargon Bodyguard, honey, Miss Features is the only one that's being consistent with being the unity of the show, honey. With everybody, let's be together and kumbaya and let's focus on our talent. You ain't presented us like that, honey. So now if Miss Features was to say that, okay, I would say, okay, I understand her on that regard. But honey, Kendra, you been on one and you came into the party talking about you wanted to start some shit with old girl who wasn't even there. So girl, you don't get the darn gonna start shit and then when somebody clap back at you, you want to claim the trans card. But at the same time, I did get your point where you was talking about Oliver was mentioning about unity and prosperities and all this and lift people up. But at the same time, you wasn't speaking about the injustices that's happened to some of the other people until it was time for the cameras conveniently. So, both of y'all presented y'all points. Okay. Girl, they gonna start stereotyping you now. Okay, we done already laughed at you about the plate, but girl, don't be stereotyped as the fat bitch. You is the fat bitch of the show, but girl, don't be stereotyped as the fat hungry bitch that always got to eat. Honey, you talk now. You could have left out that part that you was late darn on because you had to stop the Popeyes, girl. Now the girl, I don't want them darn gonna making mammy jokes about your ass now. And y'all know who I'm talking about, darn on Travis, honey. Oh, darn on Kendra and darn on Travis have a moment, honey. So this was good. At least we got some reconciliation in the form of Travis and darn on Kendra, honey. Okay, and then they discuss some more stuff, and that wraps up the show. But it was pretty good overall and largely. I said the darn gone show wasn't going to be as long as the review, and it happens every time. We're going to get it together, but y'all seem to like these long-ass reviews. I ain't heard no complaint yet, honey. Y'all know if Diva can take honest, constructive criticism. If y'all think the reviews are too long, be like, Diva, we love you, but shorten the shit down. I'll shorten it down if it's enough complaints. But, honey, I ain't heard none of y'all complain about it yet, though. But, honey, this was a good show. Like I said, I had to break the shit up into 2 parts. And once again, the review is long as the dang gone show, honey. So, I definitely commend everybody who stayed out here with me. I done talked my lips dry. That's why I keep licking them. My darn on nose is stuffed up. That's why I keep darn on sniveling every 2 minutes. But I'm glad for everybody who stuck it out with me. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.